Guys, one of the last thing, well, it isn't actually, we definitely need another class on this. But we're getting down to the last part of this lesson. Um, we need to talk about the perpendicular bisector. Now, the perpendicular bisector of line segment AB is a straight line that passes through the midpoint of AB that meets AB at right angles. The perpendicular bisector of line segment AB is a straight line that passes through the midpoint of AB that meets AB at right angles. The midpoint of AB is common to AB and the perpendicular bisector of AB. In other words, the midpoint of AB is 1 point on the perpendicular bisector. So the idea of the perpendicular bisector, this line is a perpendicular bisector. It passes through the middle. So this is the middle, the midpoint. It passes through the midpoint and the two lines meet at right angle. Guys, whenever we calculate the equation of a line, we always need to know 1 point on the line. There are 3 points here, A, M, and B. Which one is on the perpendicular bisector of AB? Is it A, M, or is it B? Which point is on the perpendicular bisector of AB? Anybody? Somebody not talking to me. Somebody talk now?
M.
M. I'm asking the obvious, but I'm asking anyway. This is the perpendicular bisector of AB. It's blue. And it passes through M. So M is 1 point. M, the middle of AB is where the perpendicular bisector always passes through the middle of AB. So if I want 1 point on the perpendicular bisector of AB, I need to find the middle of AB. All right, so this is example 8. I'm going to do example 9. I'm going to try and give you an illustration so that you get an appreciation of what you're being asked. So I'm drawing a sketch. I want you to have a mental appreciation of what you're being asked to do. Y and X. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Minus 2, minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. X. Minus 1, minus 2. So minus 2, minus 1 will put me about here. Let's change the color ink. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 1 will put me about there. 8, 5 will put me about here. Minus 2, minus 1. Yes, I know. I'm doing the second one. So this is the straight line connecting them. So this is the straight line P, Q. The middle of PQ would be somewhere around 5, 2. That's the middle. And through the middle, you're gonna have a perpendicular line. A line perpendicular to it that passes through the middle. All right. All right, this, I don't know if this look perpendicular. It's hard for me to judge perpendicular sometimes. Try and line myself up with it perpendicular. All right, the sort of two sort of look like they're at right angles to each other. This now would be the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector of PQ. This is an illustration. So here's what we're asked. We're asked to determine the coordinates of the midpoint of PQ. M, the midpoint of PQ is x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. M, call this x1, y1, and x2, y2. This is minus 2 plus 8 over 2, comma, minus 1 plus 5 over 2. This is 6 over 2, comma, 4 over 2. M. M is therefore 3, 2. So this is the point 3, 2. So you can clearly see that calculation agrees with observation. Calculation agrees with observation. Next, we're asked to, that's A, B. We're asked for A. A asks for the gradient. M is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Y2, 5 minus 1 over 8. 8 minus 2. This is 5. Negative times a positive, negative times a negative is a positive 1 over negative times a negative is a positive. So it's 8 plus 2. This is 6 over 10, which reduces to 3 over 5. The gradient of PQ is 3 over 5. Next, C. State the gradient of the perpendicular bisector of PQ. Well, the perpendicular bisector of PQ is at right angles to PQ. So since M1 is 3 over 5, M2 would be minus 5 over 3. So the gradient of the perpendicular bisector of PQ, because it is perpendicular to PQ, the gradient is minus 5 over 3. Then now we're asked for the determine the equation of the perpendicular bisector of PQ. Guys, y is equal to m into x minus x naught plus y naught is the formula. M2, the gradient, is minus minus 5 over 3 minus 5 over 3. Now, I need 1 point on the perpendicular bisector of PQ. Guys, I have 3 points here. P, Q, and M. Which one of them is on the perpendicular bisector of PQ? Anybody? Janelle, Anaya, which point, P, Q, or M, is on the perpendicular bisector of PQ?
M.
Very good. So the point I need is the point M, which is the point 3, 2. For the purpose of my formula, this is x naught, y naught. Y minus 5 over 3 x minus x naught, which is 3, plus y naught, which is 2, minus 5 over 3x. A negative times a negative is a positive. 3 over 5 times 3 is 5 plus 2. 3 over 5, sorry, 5 over 3 times 3, 5 over 3 times 3 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. Y is equal to minus 5 over 3x plus 7 is the equation of the perpendicular bisector. It's the equation of the perpendicular bisector of PQ. All right, guys.